In this video, we will go over everything you need to know about the upcoming DLC for MechWarrior 5, The Dragon's Gambit. This DLC will be covering the story of the War of 39 from the perspective of the Draconis Combine. Following the successful invasion and crippling of the Capellan Confederation, the capture of multiple worlds and the creation of the St. Ives Compact, the Federated Commonwealth turned its attention to the Steiner and Davian's mutual enemy and neighbour, the Draconis Combine. Planning to recreate the success that they had in the Fourth Succession War, they planned to stamp out the Combine and unite the Inner Sphere, only leaving the remnants of the Capellan Confederation and the Free Worlds League for them to take. What they failed to realise, however, was Theodore Kurita is not stupid. He had seen what happened to the Capellan Confederation when it was caught off guard by the surprise invasion, and so the dragon lay in wait, bracing for the storm of iron about to be unleashed upon it. On the other side of the Federated Commonwealth, houses Liao and Marek were not waiting for their turn either, and made preparations for vengeance and survival. This will be an interesting turn of events, as we will be playing on the opposite side of a similar war to what we had in the Legend of the Kestrel Lancers DLC. For me, this DLC is rather exciting as it completes the timeline for the late Succession War Renaissance era. Starting with the base game campaign starting in 3015, we then have the Call of Arms story which begins in 3025, followed by the Legend of the Kestrel Lancers DLC and the Fourth Succession War. With the story starting in 3026, the war itself starting in 3028. The Rise of Rasalhague DLC follows this in 3031, with the timeline pre-clan invasion being essentially completed in terms of major events, with the War of 39 being covered in this new DLC, The Dragon's Gambit. With the exception of the Duchy of Andurian splitting from the Free Worlds League, not much else happens before the clans invade, resulting in a period referred to as the Decade of Peace. This is exciting to me, as we've heard that there are plans for another DLC and another MechWarrior game, and if the trend of each narrative expansion bringing us forward continues, then the clan invasion is the logical next step for this series. And with Piranha's experience in making clan related stuff, I am very excited for the future. But what do we actually get in the DLC, I hear you ask? Well, the main part of this DLC will be a 15 mission story campaign fighting alongside the 5th Amphibian Light Assault Group of the Draconis Combine against the Federated Commonwealth as the forces navigate the War of 39. This DLC will also be introducing a new mech to the game, the Longbow. This is a legendary assault mech in the Battletech community for its ability to carry enough LRMs to blot out the sky. We will also be getting the Kuritan special variants of the Dragon, Hatamoto, Mauler, Catapult, Battlemaster and Charger as used by the Otomo Elite Force. As to what makes these special variants special, we don't currently know, but as these are Kuritan as you get, I'd imagine whatever changes have been made, they will be intense mechs worth fighting for. As a free update to go with the DLC, we will see a new free-for-all game mode introduced to instant action. This is fairly self-explanatory. It is you versus other mechs in a small arena, and the last one standing wins. This is basically just the Solaris games. If only we had Duncan Fisher to narrate the battles. Maybe it is a sign of DLCs to come? Please? And that is everything the DLC is bringing us. I am very excited for this one, as the history being covered in this and the perspective chosen for this campaign is very much something I am excited to play, and I can see the Longbow becoming a regular mech in my Lancers, and I am very eager to try the free-for-all game mode too. What do you think? Is this a DLC you will be picking up straight away, or are you going to wait to see people's first impressions of it beforehand? Let me know in the comments below. I will be streaming a full playthrough of this DLC on my Twitch channel. At the time of recording, we are currently doing a playthrough of the Bounty Hunter questline, and once that is complete we will be playing through all the DLC quests in order, so make sure to check out my Twitch channel linked below if you want to see how that goes, or you want to know what you get in the DLCs. If you want to talk all things Battletech, find people to play games with, or just general hobbying advice, make sure to check out my Discord server too. Whilst we have been playing a lot of MechWarrior 5, we have also been playing MechWarrior Online a lot too, and working on our builds. If you want to support the channel like the wonderful people on the screen, then make sure to check out my Ko-fi. As whilst I do this for fun, it takes a lot of caffeinated beverages to make it happen, so any help keeping that rolling in is greatly appreciated. Praise be to Blake.